Let's move on to the next clickbait.
All right.
Because we only got a few minutes left. Go and hit
one.
that button. This one's a
Clickbait.
you heard it, folks. This one's a big one here, man. Cops charged for the death of 8-year-old girl that was initially pinned on 2 teenagers. This cute little girl, Fanta Bility here.
Oh, she's cute.
8-year-old girl was killed in Pennsylvania. Let me see. I'm trying to get the details here. Back in November. After August 27th, on August 27th at a football game, basically this young girl was shot and killed in the back. Now, essentially what happened was these 3 officers involved that you're going to see coming up on this next image, they initially pinned this on 2 teenagers, and I'll give you the full story while you look at this, basically. But on Tuesday, this past week, the Delaware County District Attorney's Office filed charges of voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, and 10 counts of reckless endangerment against these officers. And you see their names right there: Brian Devaney, Sean Dolan, and Devon Smith. And basically, District Attorney Jack Stolzenberg also made the bombshell announcement that his office would be dropping first-degree murder charges against 2 teenagers that police and prosecutors had previously insisted were responsible for Fanta's death. So in November, almost 3 months after the football game, they made the decision to charge Hussein Strawn, 18 years old, and Angelo Ford, who's 16. And I purposely didn't pick their pictures because, they're kids, whatever. But using murky legal principles called, I forget what it's called, transferred intent.
Yeah.
So a real shady kind of legal principle, and I wish we had a lawyer we could talk to, basically. But transferred intent, the district attorney argued that by engaging in a gunfight 140 feet away from the officers, by drawing police fire, Strand and Ford bore the responsibility for Fanta's death, even though she was shot by the police. Yeah. So now, according to the autopsy, it's unknown which of the 3 police officers' bullet actually struck her. Exactly. They said the bullet was damaged beyond enough. Damaged too badly so that they couldn't link the bullet to a specific gun. I call BS on that.
Thank you.
I call BS on that.
I've seen enough CSI. I know what those guys can do.
Yeah.
So if you didn't understand that, and I think it's important, they were having a shootout with the cops, right? And the cops shot back and accidentally hit this girl. But because of transferred intent, the kids that they were having a shootout were the ones charged with the murder. Now that's the real dilemma. Hearing the story, man, you probably shouldn't have. It feels a little weird to charge the cops for shooting back at criminals or whoever's shooting at them, right? It feels a little wrong to charge a cop for this when they were shooting back at people shooting at them. Okay,
that's the key. That's not what happened. The 2 suspects were shooting at each other.
Oh, is that right? I got my facts.
You brought up a good point. So one of the details that JB missed was that these 2 teens, they were rivals. They started shooting at each other.
Right.
The police got involved and started shooting back. And somehow one of these, this young lady got killed.
What I read was that the police were shooting at a vehicle that was driving by that they thought one of the kids was in. And that's when one of the bullets got loose and they hit the little girl.
Yeah. So now you're adding to you're messing up here, cops, because it changes everything. If they were shooting at each other, it completely changes everything. You got to take every situation for what it is. In this situation, they didn't have to,
situational awareness.
Right?
Yeah, that's my thing. Situational awareness. We hear this all the time. We don't know. And speaking for, I guess, in defense of police, is you never know what you're going to do in that kind of situation. But that's what you train for. That's what you sign up for. You train for that kind of things. We have to be more strict about who we're hiring in the first place. And we got to be better about our training. You got to have situational awareness. If Tom Brady at goddamn 50 years old can freaking stay in the pocket for 3 seconds and throw a fucking touchdown to Mike Evans, then you know what? A 26-year-old cop should have enough discretion to know that I don't need to shoot at a freaking car that's driving away, or I don't need to get into a high-speed chase with a motorcycle in the middle of downtown traffic. You know, we hear about these things all the damn time, and it's like police recklessly endangering the public. Why? To get the guy? Is that guy gonna really put any more people in danger if you track that plate and go find them later? I mean, I'm not trying to tell these people how to do their job, but come on, there's got to be a better way to handle this.
Hey, I'm just saying, as guys in the military, you guys have way more understanding of like rules of engagement, different things like that than most civilians do. So
absolutely.
The fact that those cops are not held to the same standards as military, because we're held to the standards when we're dealing with citizens of other countries. They're dealing with us, our own citizens of our own country, and they're still doing shit that's literally illegal under fucking federal, or not even federal, but international law. They're not allowed to fucking light us, dude, or throw gas in our face. That's illegal.
And they do,
that's torture, exactly. And they still do that all day long, no problems.
I think I lost my train of thought.
It's training. It's about like, training.
Listen, you're at a high school football game. It don't take a genius. Like, it's common sense. You should not be shooting
line of fire, right?
In the direction of there's families there. It's a high school football game. Come on, man. Yes, these two jackasses were shooting at each other. Go get them. But you got to be more careful than that. And you have to be held to a higher standard. I'm sorry. I am not going to hold the police officers who are supposed to protect and serve and whatever all the little lines are. You are not going to be held to the same low standards as two hoods that are out there being stupid and being jackasses. I'm sorry. You need to be held to a higher standard.
You got to take every situation as is, and in this situation, you're responsible. Next situation.
Now, these kids, so they had the charges of first-degree murder drop. I don't know what other. I'm sure that they're going to still face some kind of charges for, getting into a freaking shootout in the first. Yeah, sure. Which they deserve. I'm not absolving these guys of any guilt. I mean, Jesus. But charging these guys with first-degree murder of an 8-year-old girl is a perfect example of the kind of BS that happens every day in this country. Especially it being the cop's bullet. The fact that they try to pin it on these other guys.
And now they can't tell who shot them.
But again, first-degree murder, you telling me that the district attorney, looked himself in the mirror, went to sleep at night knowing that he charged these guys with premeditated murder of an 8-year-old girl? Like two people that didn't know the person at all.
That's what people get so
again,
upset
these guys get railroaded
BS.
Every single day. This kind of stuff happens all the time in our justice system. And that's why justice reform is such a big deal to us and people in our community. Hey guys, it's Frank the Tank here. And if you like what you saw in today's episode, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And for all new fresh content, go ahead and click right on over there. Watch out, Big A's. And if you want to watch some of our more classic episodes, go ahead and click right on that way. Every week Wednesday in the Cypher with the Potheads.